And welcome to the islands of Aotearoa, New Zealand! Welcome everybody! So from all of us here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, we say kia ora to you today. Now, as we carry on with our presentation, our oral histories indicate that Māori, Kupe, and Ngāhue were credited with discovering, rediscovering, and naming many of our islands. And those stories are still told today. Many of you may have heard of Maui before. Yes. Maui is known to have discovered or fished up many of the islands that make up He Moananui or the Pacific Ocean. Also in Tahiti in the 10th century we have Kupe and Ngāhue. It is said as they sailed into the Southern Ocean, cloud formations lying low on the horizon were sighted. They then found the islands that Maui had discovered. So what do they do with that information, that knowledge? They returned home to Tahiti, shared that knowledge and sailing instructions with their people, which in turn opened the way for multiple waves of Polynesian migrations over the next 4 centuries. Eventually, these islands became populated and known as Aotearoa, meaning the land of the long white cloud. Some of you also may be wondering to yourselves, where does the name New Zealand come from? That came as a result of Dutch explorer Abel Tasman's brief visit in 1642. Ceylon is actually a Dutch province in the southwestern coastline of the Netherlands. So the name New Zealand made its way onto the maps of its time and eventually became anglicized to become known as New Zealand. So there you go, family and friends. There's a couple of trivia facts and knowledge we put up your sleeves about Aotearoa, New Zealand. Now moving on, we're going to share with you the second example of our Māori performing arts, which is the popular contemporary style of music known as waiata or the action song. This style of music emerged at the beginning of the 20th century and is a combination of European type tunes, set actions, and lyrics in the Māori language. Added to that other sounds of the raku or the guitar, we present to you waiata aringa. Attached to a cord. And prior to being used in the performing arts, these poi were weighted and used to develop strength, dexterity, and flexibility for the wrist and forearm. In turn, youth would be well prepared for the daily tasks of weaving, building, hunting, gardening, as well as preparation for the fighting and combat arts as well. We're going to hand it over to our beautiful wahine, our women, who will present to you the skills of all 5 disciplines within the arts of poi Māori.
Hey!
about the basic arts of poi korotiti or poi twirling. Now everybody, I'm going to give you a little bit more of a cultural context of the building that you're currently sitting in right now. Throughout Aotearoa, there are well over 800 cultural sittings like this known as marae. And carved meeting houses are the main feature of marae. Most of these houses are named after and are seen as a personification of famous ancestors, warriors, heroes, and leaders of the past. This particular building is named Aotearoa, who is one of our main ancestors. He married Hoararai. Their descendants have links throughout all of the islands of Polynesia. Now everybody take a look around. You'll see the woven wall panels and carvings in this building and the building next door to your left were actually crafted in Aotearoa, New Zealand and shipped in pieces to Hawaii in the early 60s. These are 2 out of only 6 houses outside of our country. When the pieces are shipped over here, they're assembled in August of 1963, just before we opened up the Polynesian Cultural Center in October of 1963. So this year, October 2025 coming up, we'll be celebrating 62 years of this center being opened. Let's give it a round of applause. It's an amazing Awesome. Okay, let me show you around alohadealz. Now everybody look above you. You'll see the ridge pole extending across the center of our ceiling. That represents the spine or the backbone of Aotearoa. The painted scroll patterns represent the main lines of descent. Now carrying on, connected, we have these rafters on either side of our ceiling. They represent the ribcage of Aotearoa. The patterns depict elements of nature and symbolize diverging branches of the family tree. And last but not least, connected to our rafters, we have our beautiful carved figures lined up around our whare tupuna, inlaid into the eyes of paua or abalone shells. These carvings are the stylized representations of the more notable descendants of Aotearoa. We're going to take some time right now to go around the room. You'll see some of my cousins standing next to their ancestor. They're going to share with you how they connect to their ancestor, through their family line, their tribe, their sub-tribe, and also share with you what major they're studying in college right now. We'll start over on this side.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Beautiful. Okay, this over here is my ancestor, Captain Powerful. His name is Tuparito. I just said from him. On my father's side, through the family names of Buriata as well as Tupohoti. Through the tribe Matatu Polynesia, which is named after him. My name is Lisa Gimel. I'm a junior and I'm majoring in psychology. So thank you so much.
My family, located on the backboard over here, is my ancestor who goes by the name of Kahimiri. I descend from them through the tribe, Ngāti Kahimiri ki here Tonga, sub-tribe being Aotearoa Haka on my mom's side. My name is Kareem, and currently I'm majoring in health and food science.
Hello everyone, if I can draw your attention to this back wall, right next to me here is my ancestor, Aotearoa. Aotearoa was captain of a voyaging canoe named Laie, and I descend from him to the tribe of Ngāti Kahimiri, sub-tribe Aotearoa, who be a Kitone family line. I was named after that tribal canoe, Laie, and I'm studying business marketing.
Kia ora, family. Can I get a nice big loud kia ora?
Kia ora.
Awesome. Kia ora. If I draw your attention right over here, right in the corner, this is one of my ancestors. His name is Nuku Tawhiti. Nuku Tawhiti captained an awesome voyaging canoe known as Ngā Toki Maka Whaoa, which crossed the Pacific and made its way from the islands of Polynesia down to Aotearoa, New Zealand. I descend from this awesome ancestor about 20 generations through my mother's family. They're a beautiful, beautiful tribe on the far north of New Zealand known as Piohori, through the family name of Haka. I hope to be a great leader just like my ancestor Nuku Tawhiti one day. And so currently next door, I'm majoring in business management. So wish me luck. Give it up.
So really good from our students and performers today. Unlike the family tree where names are written, the way that we do it in our culture is those names are memorized and passed down from generation to generation. Our traditional chants and contemporary music found within Māori performing arts continue to share their stories and carry their experiences preserved in these symbols and oral recordings. Now we're going to move on to a fun part of our presentation. In addition to the amazing feats of our ancestors, games and pastimes filled their childhood and youth. Many of these traditional games are still played today. So we present to you the stick game Titi Torea, our fourth example of Māori performing arts. Now with this game, it requires manual dexterity and agility. The skills taught are hand-eye coordination and awareness of movement, simply by taking your stick and throwing it at someone else. Yay.
Okay.
Awesome. So in this game, the objective is to make sure that you catch the stick before it hits you or falls to the ground. We present to you Titi Torea. Would you guys like to see some more of the advanced skills?
Yeah!
I'm hearing no from behind you, but we're going to go with the yeses, okay? So I'm going to have you guys join in with me. Everybody repeat after me. Karafiwa! Karafiwa! Awesome. In our language, karafiwa means give it your all, give it your best shot. This is Titi Torea 2.0.
2.0.
Enjoy the game of Titi Torea. Now, our performance began with the welcoming protocols, which focused on unity and the peaceful interrelationship between visitor and host. We also shared with you the explanation and significance of this whare tupuna, this ancestral meeting house, which is also a symbol of tribal unity. Our final example of Māori performing arts is the Haka, a posture dance which continues to be a symbol of unity, pride and honor as well. Once an important part of military training and preparation for war, Haka is now seen today in ceremonies and celebrations and used as a way to honor guests, to address the issues of the day, as well as to show the significance of these important occasions. We present to you the Haka. know from our demonstrations and our exhibits. We leave you with a proverb, ki te kotahi te kapoho ka whati. Ki te kapuia e kore e whati. Alone we can be broken, together we are invincible. From all of us here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, mā te aru ki koutou e